Hello and welcome back to On the Workbench. Today we're going to be talking very quickly about how to repair an ML25 calculator from Texas Instruments. This is a vintage calculator that was produced in, I'll put the date up on the screen up here somewhere. I don't remember when it was produced, but my colleague who's an engineer has had this for quite a while, and he can operate this calculator basically blindfolded with one hand behind his back, and so he really wants his old calculator to work rather than just going out and buying a new calculator for 10-15 bucks. That might be equally as powerful as this. This has a few little interesting quirks to it. Most notably on the back, this calculator has these interchangeable modules that you can use right here. This is the master memory module number 1, and you can swap these out for a whole collection of various functions to be able to expand the memory on this calculator. I'm not sure exactly what the memory capacity is, but I'm pretty sure if you're watching this on a phone, it is thousands of times more powerful than this, but muscle memory is very powerful too, and that's why my friend really wants this repaired. So let me tell you a little story what happened here. After a while here, when you turn it on, the numbers would start flashing or you get nothing at all. So on this device here, there's a power button switch at the top. This is not solar powered. It is rechargeable via this wall adapter, and so it wouldn't actually stay on even when plugged into the wall, because this cord plugs into the side here just like this. You plug it into the wall and it still blinks and flashes. So what I've discovered after testing this, so I've already actually completed my repair here. I'm going to walk you through a few of the quick highlights of it. Is this device actually requires a completed battery circuit in order for this device to stay operative, even when plugged into the wall, which I think is an interesting design feature or quirk. So let's talk about the battery pack. So the battery pack lives in the rear, and with a couple of screwdrivers, we can pop the battery pack out. The battery pack contains 3 AA batteries. And so in theory, at one point, you would have been able to buy a new battery pack from Texas Instruments. And since I've already repaired this here, I'm going to show you what came out of it here. And that's these 3 cells here. They just simply say made in Hong Kong over and over again, and the code is 122055P. And you've got a soldered together end here, so this basically makes it into a 4.5 volt battery pack. And so what I've done to replace this is I've rebuilt this here with 3 rechargeable Rayovac batteries. But if you look at this very carefully, you'll see how tight the tolerances are here. And so then in the back, where those soldered connections are on the battery pack, it turns out these are actually not soldered, but these are just spot welded on, because I tried with my soldering gun to be able to take it apart without any success. And so what I ended up doing, because of just how tight the space was here, is I actually used the aluminum foil tape that you would use to be able to patch what is really duct tape rather than a knockoff, but the aluminum foil tape. And I know aluminum is not a great conductor, but it's conductive just enough for this purpose. And then I could stick this on the adhesive side back, because the metallic side is indeed conductive. And that's what I was able to place right here and here, and then here and here. Now to get access to the battery here, I did have to use a knife to be able to trim off the edges on either side here, because there was a little plastic molded piece that was locking these down. And then I was able to use a knife to be able to shear off the terminal connections, and then I've just got those taped on here with a little bit of black electrical tape at that end and the other end. So then if this is the clip side here of the pack, we've got the positive side over here, and that's where this top clip is going to. And then the very bottom, this battery terminal here then comes off down over here, because if you try to do anything else, after quite a bit of trying, I discovered that it really needs to be something really, really thin, and that metallic tape now makes this basically user replaceable batteries. And you can pick up these batteries at Menards or any other home store to be able to find other rechargeable batteries. And so then if you put this in, just while the battery pack is out, we can plug in the calculator, and I'll show you the quirk here. And we turn it on, and we'll see if you can see that. I'm not sure how well this will come up on camera, but the red lights are off and kind of blinking. Maybe you can see the red lights there. So that's with no battery pack, and there is a two connectors. There's one here and one here. They've got a little bit of springiness to them. Now we'll put in the rebuilt battery pack. Helps if I put it in correctly. Snap that down, and then now, if you can see that, there is a 0, and I can do something like 9 plus 9 equals 18, and it stays on. I can plug in the charger, and we're still good. And so that's just your couple little quick tips here on repairing a Texas Instruments ML25 calculator. If you found this video useful and interesting, give it a thumbs up. If you've got one of these and you got any great stories to share, put it in the comments below. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.